Gordy Woods was the general manager, and there's rumblings that possibly I might be drafted there. So I went to a playoff game, and Danny Dow was the captain, and then I saw them. I believe it was in Regina that they won, or it was out west, anyways. And then I did get drafted the next year, and so now I'm going to a team that just won the Memorial Cup. And Dale Howardchuk and I played against each other since we were 6 years old. And then obviously I played up a year when I lived in Kingston with Scotty Arneal. So I got to know, when I'm going to a team that I know these guys, and then obviously with the Crawford name out of Belleville too. So I was pretty excited when I went to that hockey club, and then having the year kind of prolong. I think I played my first 7 games, and I broke my collarbone. I got cross-checked into the old nets that didn't move. And so I probably had about a month and a half where I didn't play. And then they went over for the World Juniors, that team, and brought a line up, and then we got back, and then the playoffs started, and I was back. I think I ended up with 36 games that year. We were 16, turned 17. The draft was a little different then, a year different. And my role was like more or less a third line guy. And then in Windsor in the Memorial Cup, that guys were starting to get hurt. And so I ended up playing with Jeff Etoff and Scott Arneal. I played left wing for that series. So I think they really put you at different positions at different times depending on injuries. I know John Kirk was hurt, Gilles Crapeau was hurt for a little bit, and whatever we could do. And Dale was the backbone of that hockey club, obviously. And then I sat beside Mark Crawford in the dressing room all the time, and I had to tap him on the knee before every game. Couple goals. So it was just our defense was good too. Like Freddie Arthur, Freddie Boimstruck. We had another rookie, Eric Calder, was on the team, and so just the whole team really came together, and it was tough playoffs. It was tough. Well, you've got stars in that hockey club. Like Scotty was obviously a second-round pick as well, and Mark was drafted by Vancouver. Freddie Arthur, I don't know if it was Hartford or Philly, then they swapped in a trade, but there's a lot of skill there. And we had Joe Mantione and Tom Grailvac, and then we brought up Colorado Mikolev for the playoff, or the Memorial Cup run. To look back at it, it was, starting the year off kind of a fourth line guy to a third line guy, and again, our bread and butter out there was Howardchuk, and then Gordy would make some changes during that year. He brought in John Kirk, and he helped some scoring, and we had Robert Savard on the team, right? He won 3 Memorial Cups in 3 years. So, it was just for me to not knowing a team and coming in as a rookie. Dale was the best of the best. He controlled that team. I don't know. That's something that you'd have to ask me later on in my career, like in the playoffs. Why was I better in the playoffs than regular season? I don't know. It just motivated me somehow, and my focus was that much more deeper into preparing myself for the game. I guess it's crazy, but yeah. To look back, when I was small, I was like 5'10", and I might have been 150 pounds, right? So the next year I got a little bit bigger, and that's when I could tell. But through that Memorial Cup, I knew I had a chance to play with Scott and Jeff Etoff, and I got to run with this. So, and Jeff was a 17-year-old as well, and we had a great, we had a pretty good playoff together. And then, and again, when I think a couple guys got hurt, and I had a chance to go up, well, you can't let that go. So it was something that I'll always remember. Obviously, Mark was character. He was a good skater. He played hard. He played with a lot of grit, and just his character on the ice. He was a leader, and that's what he's got your back. No, it's crazy. It means everything. It's like any kind of where you can start, especially at this level, and continue on and get your name on any trophy. So yeah, and obviously I played 3 years junior and only wasn't very close after that. So I'll take that. That'd probably mean a lot more right now than my name on the trophy. So if we had that opportunity to do it, that's something that that's what we're here for. But it would be nice. You got to understand, there's a lot of hard work that goes through this, right? And every year is different. You lose guys, and now you move guys, and here we go again. It's like, it's different that way. So hopefully we can, this puzzle's put together. I was doing before, it's like full circle. Like honestly, just coming back and then starting with Mav, then being in junior, then coming back with Mav in junior. So it's been a fun ride with him.